What's up, you guys? Welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Malika Mai, and if you guys are returning, hey girla. So I'm up a little bit earlier than usual today, a lot earlier than usual, but I couldn't go to sleep. Well, I couldn't fall back asleep, but I just wanted to be a little bit more vulnerable in today's video and just let you guys know that bad bitches cry too. I only say that because I was just crying a few hours ago. Not for anything, you know, like sad. I was just having a moment, you know, and that just goes to say, like, it's okay to cry. It's okay to like express how you feel, or if you don't even know how you feel, if you just know you need to cry, just cry. Honestly, like when I say bad bitches cry too, bad bitches cry too. And for the most part, like the happiest people will cry in private. Like for me, I'm always happy when I'm in public. I'm always happy, cheery, like charismatic, optimistic. Like you will never see me crying unless like I get emotional if I see like a baby being cute, or like a dog, or like some cute shit, you know, like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna shed a tear. But like actually crying, like ugly crying, that will never be me in public unless some real tragic shit happens, right? But I only say that because like it's really important to get those emotions out, you know. And like for myself, when I need to ugly cry, I will ugly cry. Just like I was doing not too long ago. I was just like thinking about some things and, you know, like playing them in my head and just kind of questioning some things and like not understanding certain things and like questioning myself, you know. And I'm like, no, like it's not me. You know how you question yourself and then it makes you feel worse about yourself. So it was just kind of that. On top of that, I'm like in my luteal phase, like my period's coming soon. You know, like not to put my business out there, but you know, girls, when you just start feeling the hormones and get all emotional and stuff, like, so, you know, it's just all in the same. But that just goes to say, like, girl, if you need to cry, like, I don't even know why I can't get the words out right now, but take some time to yourself. If you need to schedule it and put it on the calendar, put it on the calendar. Say, I need to cry on this day at this time, and just release all the emotions, right? If you have pent up anger, stress, if you've been going through something at work, in your family, in your personal life, relationships, like cry, because when I cry, you know, the body feels a little bit drained because that is a lot of energy, but that is good energy that you're releasing. So the moment that I cry, I do feel better afterwards, probably like hours down the line. And then also it is really early in the morning, like the crack ass of dawn right now. So I'm just feeling like very sluggish. But once you do get all of that out, you do feel like a better person, and you do open up a new window or a gate or a door for new things to come in, right? Once you throw out the trash, it's time to fill up the next bucket, right? I know that's not a really good analogy, but that's just kind of how I think of it, you know. Or it's just like if your flowers are dying, you throw them out and you get a new, you know. It's just like out with the old, in with the new, goodbye skies of gray, hello clouds of, you know, like High School Musical. But I don't want you guys to like feel bad for me, or like be worried about me. Like, I'm okay, guys. I just had a moment. It's okay to have a moment, you know? But if you feel like something is bothering you, or especially if you've been like thinking about something that's pretty heavy, like for me, I've been thinking about something that's gone on in my personal life. And for me, I'm just like I knew this way before it happened, but it's just crazy how like when time actually catches up with the reality, it's just like, okay, well, what's next? And then like you start to get anxious. Like I'm getting anxious because I don't know the outcome of the situation, and it's just like, you know, so whatever. But I don't want you to feel like you can't express yourself, however that may be, girl. Like, we are all human, and we all need to release whatever is inside of us. You know, it's just like having to go to the bathroom. Why would you hold in your pee? You know, why would you hold in your number 2? That's not good for you. Like at all. Like actual and factual. You're not supposed to hold it in. You can get a yeast infection. If you hold in your poop, you can get like, I don't know what kind of infection, but you can hold it in, right? So if you feel yourself needing to shed a tear, why would you hold that in? That'll turn into like anger, and then you lash out on people, and like, why would you want to do that? Don't you want to be a healed baddie? Don't you want to be a growing girl? You know, my tattoo on my arm says still growing, and that is very significant to me, because every second of the day we are growing, just like plants outside, just like Mother Nature. Every second of the day we're growing. Don't you want to be the best version of yourself? How are you going to be the best version of yourself if you don't tap into those vulnerable parts, vulnerable sides, right? The older that I get and the more my brain matures, and, you know, I start to understand that being vulnerable and expressing your emotions is power, right? I would always look at, you know, because I'm a fire sign. So like when it comes to water signs, they are more tapped into their emotions. And like for me, it's not that I'm not tapped into my emotions. It's that like I just express them differently. And so when I come across water signs, I admire them because they just willingly and like openly express themselves without like caring. And so I'm just like, I take note of that, and I really like learn from that. So I really appreciate water signs, you know, because they have the ability to tap into their emotions. You know, water is emotions. So that, I just think that is so cool. I'm starting to think that's like probably why I've been friends with more water signs recently. That's pretty cool, honestly. But like, if you have any friends, or if you're a water sign, like really tap into that and hone into that and like cherish that, because some people, and even if you're not a water sign, still like tap into your emotions, right? That's a power, that's a gift, because the people who cannot be vulnerable, you need to question them, right? Just know that like you're very powerful, especially tapping into your emotions. When you can control them and like really tame everything, like, and be emotionally intelligent, that's when you have a one-up on people, because majority of the world is not emotionally intelligent, right? People use their emotions as an excuse to like lash out and do things that they're not supposed to be doing. And so I guess for like me, I would like, I know I have emotions. Okay, what am I trying to say here, y'all? I'm sorry. Please forgive me. It's really early in the morning, but I'm doing my best. When it comes to my emotions, it's not that I don't control them. It's just that, like, I don't care. So like if I'm angry, it'll be like times 1,000, right? Or if I'm sad, it'll be the end of the world. But like with water signs, it's just like, no, if they're sad, they'll express that and be transparent and communicate that. Or if they're really angry, you know, like, of course they'll be angry and have a little bit of pettiness, because the water signs do be petty, you know, but it's like they'll still communicate that, you know. I could be wrong. That's just my experience and my observation, but that's something that I do admire. So, you know, when it comes to like your emotions and vulnerability, like tap into that, you know. Like as soon as I woke up, like I could tell something was on my mind, y'all. Like, so when I woke up, and mind you, I woke up at like 4:35. And so like I try to not go on my phone, because that's a habit that I have. As soon as I wake up, I'll just go on my phone and scroll, and then I'll be more tired, and that'll spike my cortisol levels and like make my brain more stressed, right? I try not to do that, but y'all, I caved in, so I'm sorry. But as soon as I woke up, I laid in bed for a little bit, and then I was like, you know, I'm gonna go journal what's bothering me. And I journaled, and I was like, I'm still a little bit bothered. And like, I think that's when I got done journaling, I laid in bed, and then I just sobbed and wept and did the ugly cry. Cause I'm like, okay, now I'm like actually acknowledging what's going on. And I do, you know, like it's okay to say I'm hurt. And I think another thing for me, like when I was younger, I wouldn't communicate or voice that I was hurt in situations. So I would like direct that into something else, into like passive aggressiveness and other stuff like that. But now that I'm older, I know that I can like be open and say like, yeah, this hurt me, or I am hurt, or you did hurt me, or that situation was not cool, or I was offended, you know? So just know it's okay to like be vulnerable and like speak on your feelings, you know? I know, like, growing up in minority households, we're taught to, like, not express our feelings and, like, stay in a child's place. Like, if you question authority or challenge authority, like, you're being disrespectful. But no, like I feel this way for a reason, and, like, the least you can do is hear me out. So, like, just please hear me out. If not, like, go to your journal, girl. Go to God, say a prayer, meditate, call on the ancestors, like, paint, stretch, you know. Sometimes, like, if I do have a lot of anxiety or something, I will, like, just wake up and, like, start stretching, just because, like, my body is really tense, which does really help. But for the most part, the crying really, really helps. Like, just know some of your favorite influencers, they be crying up a storm, right? Because you never know somebody's life. You never know somebody's story. You never know what somebody's really, what's going on the other side, right? You never know what somebody's going through on the inside. And it's just like saying, like, the happiest people, before they unalive themselves, you would never know, because they always live their life like it's the last or something like that. But you just never know what somebody's going through. So just always remember to be kind. Always remember to put yourself first, and don't be afraid to, like, be vulnerable and, like, share how you feel. But the first step to doing that, girl, is, like, acknowledging that you feel this way, you know? So, like, when I woke up, I knew something was up with me. Like, I could just feel it. Like, I could feel all my emotions. The two emotions that I felt were, like, anger and then, like, sadness or whatever. And I'm not trying to get, like, emotional, but, like, it's still kind of fresh on my mind, y'all. So just bear with me. So, like, those are the two emotions that I felt. And then kind of, like, confusion. I was a little bit confused. So I was just like, oh, okay. So I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? Then I went to go journal, right? I went to go journal. And then boom, as soon as I lay down, I was like, oh, we're gonna get this out, because today is gonna be a great day. You know, it's still very early. Like, I still have the whole rest of my day. Like, we still gotta go to the gym. We still gotta get ready, come home, eat, and go to work. Like, I gotta show up and show out at the gym, you know? So this is much needed. And I'm just very proud of myself for even coming on here and, like, even just expressing how I feel now. Like, I was a little bit nervous coming on and recording this video for you guys, but I'm like, no, let me just be real and let me just be honest, because this is how we get, like, a real message out, and we see, like, that everybody is human, you know? So, yeah, girl, just really tap into, like, your emotions, tap into, like, really what's bothering you. If you have things bothering you, if not, like, just always support the people that are closest to you, because you really never know what's going on with them. And I'm not saying that anything is wrong with me. Like, I'm not saying that I have those kind of thoughts or anything. Like, I'm just literally having a moment, and it's okay to have a moment, you know? Like, I even had a moment last week. Was it last week? It wasn't raining last week, or was it the week before? I think it was the week before. Yeah, it was the week before. It was 2 Wednesdays ago. Exactly. It sure was, because I remember it was raining, and on the way home, I just cried on the way home. Like, on top of that, like, I had a man yell at me, a grown ass man yell at me because of a situation that happened at work, and then just about other things, you know. So I was just crying. It was raining. I was playing music, and I'm just like, fuck. Yeah. Sometimes you just got to do it, girl. Just do it. And then after that, you're like, okay, well, it's time to go shake some ass in the mirror. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. But for now, I'm finna go lay back in this bed until I gotta go to the gym and then, you know, get the day started. But I want to say thank you guys so much for watching this video. I see all my new subscribers, y'all. We are almost at what? 200. That means 200 in Spanish, if y'all didn't know. Okay. Shout out to y'all. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.